It's really one of the craziest stories in St. Louis area history, with enough twists and turns for a Lifetime movie. And now there's finally an ending, at least to part of the story.
Pam Hupp, she's pleaded guilty in the death of Louis Gumpenberger, but she didn't admit she murdered him. Prosecutors say she did kill him and tried to take the heat off of her in another murder case. 5 on Your Side investigative reporter Jacob Long joins us live outside the St. Charles County Courthouse with the details of this plea bargain.
Well, Mike and Ann, St. Charles County Prosecuting Attorney Tim Lomar revealing some new information today that this whole idea for a plea bargain was born out of his office, and they went to Pam Hupp's defense attorneys to negotiate this. They spent several months working on it. He understands some people are going to be disappointed that death penalty was taken off the table, but he says there are very good reasons for that, including the cost to taxpayers and the emotional toll toward the victim's family, as the death penalty case would take time, several years, if not longer. All of those are the reasons he said that the death penalty was taken off the table. But under the deal, here's what's happening. Hupp is going to be pleading guilty to first-degree murder and armed criminal action. These are charges that stem from the 2016 shooting death of 33-year-old Louis Gumpenberger, a mentally challenged man who was a total stranger to her. Hupp had staged a home invasion and tried to frame Gumpenberger, all in an elaborate plot to try and take attention off of her for the 2011 stabbing death of her friend Betsy Faria in Lincoln County. But Hupp here is not admitting guilt in Gumpenberger's death. She is admitting that the state does have an overwhelming amount of evidence that this case, had it gone to trial, a jury likely would have found her guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. We're talking about new evidence we saw and heard about today for the first time, including cell phone data, surveillance footage, eyewitnesses, sales receipts, handwriting samples, everything, Lomar says, pins Gumpenberger's death on Pam Hupp. Here's what he had to say to those who might be criticizing this plea deal.
The end result's the same. She's locked up in prison for the rest of her life. Now, if you want my opinion, I do. Yeah, I don't think she has the courage to say that she did it. She has shown that she's a coward and she's manipulative from day one. So it doesn't surprise me that that's how we got here, but we got here.
St. Charles County prosecutors were asked today, does this case change anything as it relates to the investigations to the other cases that have kind of embroiled Hupp in controversy? We're talking about the 2011 murder of Betsy Faria and the questionable death of Pam Hupp's own mother in 2013 in St. Louis County. Lomar says he doesn't specifically have the jurisdiction to look into those cases, and he highly doubts that Pam Hupp is going to want to suddenly offer any information that could potentially offer justice in those cases. We're live in St. Charles. Jacob Long, 5 on Your Side.
And you can head to ksdk.com right now for previous stories that we've covered on the Pam Hupp case.